Now, from the home of golf, EA Sports, so proud to welcome you to the old course at St. Andrews. Alongside Frank Navalo, I'm Rich Lerner. And Frank, here we are at the old lady, the old course at St. Andrews. And this golf course has confounded so many through the centuries. What are a couple of keys to being successful here?
Well, if you're a recreational player and you're struggling a bit, then you play to the middle of the golf course. But if you really want to challenge the great course, then the best line around the whole golf course is down the right. And that's actually where the trouble is. So if you can hug the right side, because remember, there's so many double greens here and they have a central bunker. So if you're coming from the right side of the golf course, there's always a better avenue to every single flag you're attacking.
Oh, got to be careful of that burn, and that is where this ball is going to wind up. A big mistake here at the first. All right, so he'll take his drop, and with a penalty stroke added, that'll become his fourth now to the par 4. This is a 13-footer. Oh yeah, really well done there. That was definitely more than a knee knocker, but it is in for bogey. Here we are now at the second. Always so important to try and establish a good round in these opening holes, Frank.
In the second hole, especially with a prevailing breeze and today's modern equipment, the odd player has actually driven this green, but you really see the tone of the golf course. The middle of the golf course is protected. There's a series of bunkers down there, but the left is always the safe side of the golf course, because the best line to play your second shot from on the whole golf course is always the right side, and we see that here at the second.
Second shot coming up, and we say hello to Iona Stephen.
Yes, 120 yards left to the flagstick. Pin on the left portion of this green, so it will favour a wee draw.
Stuck the follow-through right there. This could be really good.
Well, there was a good strike in there, just a little left of the hole, but inside 10 feet. And that's about 50-50 chance on the PGA Tour of making a birdie.
Ah, beautifully judged right there. It's a birdie 3 here at the second, and he's quickly back to even par. At the third hole now, Frank, it looks relatively easy, but you know there's some danger lurking somewhere out there on the old course.
There is. There's the pot bunkers down the right side. This is a tee where really you want to have an idea where that wind is coming from. If it's into your face, you might want to be a little cautious and go towards the middle of the golf course. But if it's behind you, well, then it's worth challenging that right side.
That one up the right side. Yeah, just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there. Well, safely on, but that's going to be a long way away. So now this for birdie down the hill, and it's going to pick up speed as it goes. Oh, something went wrong there. That is a good 30 feet short. Nah, might have stared at that one too long. You know, sometimes you just got to go with your gut. So a very up and down start. Bogey at 1, birdie at 2, but now a double at the third going to drop him back to 2 over par. At the fourth hole now, and Frank, this one looks as though it might require a little bit of club selection off the tee. What are we looking at, partner?
Well, there is two ways to play the fourth off the tee. You can hit it down the right side, but it really starts to narrow up and it's slightly shorter. Most players go towards the middle of the golf course and try and get it on that plateau. But this, certainly the first hard hole you see at St Andrews. It's so hard to bounce back after a huge score, especially when you're still reeling from it. But try and pull the screws back in the head there. Just take a little breath, maybe two. Decent swing, don't try and kill it. Exactly like that. Really good shot. And a good iron shot, just not quite as close as what we'd all want to finish, but still.
We turn to Nota Begay III for this look at birdie.
And a really tricky look here. Tough side hill putt. He's got to push it out to the right and just let it drift its way back to the hole.
That so nearly a birdie, but par is all he'll have to show for it. Chance here at the par 5 fifth, Frank, to make a little move early in the round.
Yeah, it's certainly eagles galore. The fifth hole is one of the biggest greens on the golf course, shared with the 13th. So good tee shot, and you have a nice big target, even though it's a blind second shot coming up.
Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there. Okay, I'll be pretty happy with that one on the green and two, but a long ways. Frank, he'll need to refocus immediately because that's not a guarantee. Two putts from that distance.
Exactly, Rich. No time to celebrate right now. Grind on that first putt. Get it inside that magic circle. At least try and guarantee a birdie.
Yeah, you see so many of these long putts like that come up short. It's just hard mentally to hit the ball much firmer. 6 feet now for birdie. That's a good putt right there. That's a birdie, and it is back to 1 over now for the round. Here we are now at the 374-yard par 4 sixth. It's a blind tee shot over a mound. The key here, avoiding the coffin bunkers on the left and a series of bunkers on the right.
As that ball bounces into the rough, first fairway missed today.
Ball sitting okay here for his second here at the 6th. That's a disappointment right there, Frank.
Yeah, green light special, really. Come up considerably short. Oh boy, far from a good shot, that.
This would be a bonus from 25 feet away. Oh, how about that for a par putt? That'll bring a smile to the face. Very well done. Now, 7th hole here at the old course, Frank.
Ideal line, just hit your tee shot over the march stone. The bunker on the 11th green actually often comes into play, called the shell bunker. So anything a little bit right of that, but very difficult green for the approach shot coming up.
And that one not going to stop in time. It'll roll all the way into the bunker. So Iona, this a second from the bunker.
Yeah, and this is the price you pay for taking too much club off the tee, too aggressive now. Found himself in shell bunker with a tricky approach to the green.
Yeah, good concentration there. That's a distance where a putt could get away, but that in for a par. Standing on the tee at the par 3/8 here at the Old Course. And Frank, what are we looking at here?
One of the biggest greens on the golf course. It looks flat, it looks like it's easy, but once that flag gets on the left side, this is when the hole becomes a little bit more difficult. It's very easy to take this hole for granted. Very hard to hit it close, though.
And this is going to be in the short grass just off to the left. Now short-sided a bit as he sets up his second from left of the green. Well, obviously he can do better, and he's going to have to on this next putt if he wants to just get out of here with bogey, Frank.
And this one's certainly going to be, well, worth the price of admission.
Yep, good putt there to finish it off. It is a bogey, though, and that score will drop to +3. Frank, the Old Course all about avoiding the pot bunkers. They're so nasty. This is a good example here, the 9th hole.
Yeah, the pot bunkers really to be avoided are the ones in the middle of the fairway, but there are some that sneak in on the left side, plus that gorse on the left. If you can carry that last one, which is called the end hole, then there's a chance to perhaps drive this green.
This one started up the right side. Yeah, all about hitting the fairway here, and that is right where you want to be. Good chance to get one in close from here. This is second. And that'll do just fine. Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Yep, that's nicely done. It's a birdie here at the 9th. And the card will show he goes out in 37, 1 over par. Starting off the backside here at St. Andrews with the 340-yard par 4 10th, named in honor of the great Bobby Jones, 1927 Open champion and 1930 amateur champion. Right center off the tee, ideal here. The fairway narrows around 280 yards, but the green is drivable. Okay, not particularly close, but a chance for the putter to do its thing. Now this, for birdie at 10.
And he let quite a few opportunities slip through the cracks on the front side, so he'd love to take advantage here.
Nah, that was low from the start.
Yeah, just didn't play enough break there, and it comes up short.
Disappointment there. He'll brush it in, and that'll be just a par. Frank, another famous hole, this time the par 311.
Yeah, this hole was made famous by the left bunker, which is called the Hill, where Bobby Jones, when he first played St. Andrews, couldn't get the ball out of the bunker, so in the end he actually ripped up his scorecard. A lot's changed since then, but the hole hasn't lost its luster.
Yeah, that's a good spot to be on the front portion of the green with a birdie putt coming up. Gonna have to take pretty much a full swing at this one with the putter because this one is into the hill and the hole is cut back. Nope, that was never gonna climb that hill, and he has left himself a tester coming up. Yep, well holed there. That could have easily been a 4, but solid work to escape with his 3. Frank, how do you like the 12th hole here at St. Andrews?
Well, it's a beautiful par 4. You start to see the village of St. Andrews in the background, Eden Estuary to the right. And also decision time. If you're long enough, it's certainly worth having a crack at this par 4 with your tee shot. But if you're not a long hitter, then you've really got to worry about those 4 beautifully and well strategic positioned bunkers in the middle of the fairway.
This one's starting a little bit right.
That got a fortunate bounce. It'll be just fine.
A good break got him here, now his second to the par 4. This from 7 feet. And a good putt there. He gets that to fall, and it's a 3rd consecutive par here to begin his back 9. Here at the par 4, 13th hole at the old course. Frank, what's the best play, power, or do you go with precision?
Well, you'd like a nice mixture of both there, Rich. If you can take those coffins out of play, that's the name for those series of bunkers sort of down the middle, then obviously you've got a much shorter shot coming in, and then you've got a chance to actually have a full view of this green.
Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole. Iona, a second coming up.
An impressive tee shot managed to take the 3rd of those coffin bunkers out of play, but the job's not done. This is a challenging approach shot.
It's a good shot, but does leave that little uphill putt, so that one will be slow.
Yes, well done there. And back to even par now on the day. Frank, what's the strategy here at the 14th?
If you can't go for this par 5 and 2, Rich, there is another option where you can go left. And I mean left of left. That's down the 4th fairway. That's across the Elysian Fields, as they call it, which is a set of sort of hummocks that run down the middle. And you can find a flat lie there and come across at about a 45-degree angle for your 3rd shot to 14.
So in the fairway, but a pretty good number to carry here for a second to the par 5. Had half the equation on that shot. The distance, not quite the accuracy. Missed it a hair to the right.
Yeah, not quite a foul ball. Kept it in the ballpark, and, well, let's see how good you can chip.
This for birdie now at 14.
And he should be able to control the speed. It's uphill, not much break in it, maybe just a touch to the left.
That is crafty right there. A beautiful putt, and the result is a birdie. We arrive here at the 414-yard par 415. Drive here should be aimed at that church steeple in the distance. Position between 2 prominent humps down the road just a bit.
Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though. Now that is a proper iron shot. Good full swing, too, and gets the result it deserves. Great shot.
Not a problem. That's in for birdie. And that score moves to 2 under par. Frank, the 16th hole, famous for the principal's nose, and I can't help but think of Mrs. Hartman from 4th grade.
Well, I don't know
She
how
didn't like us.
I don't know how Mrs. Hartman would have played this hole, but she would have been wary of the out of bounds on the right. And that's why the general consensus is you not only avoid the principal's nose, but you hit the tee shot a little bit further left. It might lengthen the hole, but it is certainly the more prudent strategy.
little over 80 yards here as he gets set for his second. Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one. It is a game of touch, and it is evidence right there when your touch is out. What a difference it makes. That ball went a long way past.
Oh, how about the read there? Nothing easy about that one, but bottom of the barrel, and that's an excellent par save. Frank, this is sort of bizarre. You're standing on the tee at the road hole, one of the most famous par fours in the sport, and you're aiming for a hotel?
Well, you're aiming over a series of letters that say the Old Course Hotel. If you can hit it exactly over that U, then you will be in the right place, which hopefully is down the middle of the fairway. You avoid that heather on the left. That bunker up ahead, the road hole bunker, you remember David Duval? He got stuck in there. Years ago, Tommy Nakajima, he could hardly ever get that ball out, and in the end succumbed, I think, to double figures. So the hole has more than one way to trap you, so stay away from the road on the road hole.
That, so nearly a birdie, but par is all he'll have to show for it. Yes, one of the most famous finishing holes in golf. 357-yard par 4 18th at St. Andrews. Aim the drive at the clock on the R&A clubhouse. And remember, the road here is an integral part of the course. Any ball that lands there must be played as it lies. No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. So the great tee shot left him here. Now his second from relatively close range.
Shame, good opportunity, but that ball just sailed on by.
So this for a finishing birdie at 18.
Yeah, and over a putt like this, you've really got to trust the fact you've banked the practice, you trust the process, and certainly trust the line.
That one just going to sneak on by. So he'll finish up there. It's a par here at 18. And that will finish off a 2-under round of 70.